Hi, it's Jeff Quintin again, down in the shore here at Prudential Fox & Roach Realtors. Welcome back to my blog. So today we're going to talk about investing in a secondary home market or investment property or in a resort market like here at the Jersey Shore and here in Ocean City regarding investing in these properties and why this time of year is so important and how it really makes and works the cash flow. Before I start to tell you about the cash flow and how this works is just want to cover a couple of things. You know, investing in our marketplace here is a secondary vacation home market. As you know, our summer basically as far as the season begins Memorial Day to Labor Day. However, if you're looking to buy a property right now, you really are going to be able to rent the last 2 weeks in June, the 4 weeks in July, 4 weeks in August, and 2 weeks in September. So really our season is a good solid 10-week season. You got the shorter weeks, the last 2 weeks in June, the first 2 in September, and then really the peak week rates are going to be July and August is when you'll get your highest amount of rent. Now the last week of July, first week in August is actually the most peak of the peak weeks that you'll get the highest amount of rent for those weeks. So as you know, people come to our shore here and along the beach here rent during this off season or during the summer season when obviously kids are out of school and so forth. So most of the tenants right now that are going to rent a property here, they're searching on the internet, looking at all of our rental sites, for example, ocnj.com, which we have at Prudential here as our rental site. Also, they're going to VRBO sometimes. They're going on the internet to do most of their searches, and that's where they're going to find all these properties. So just a couple of thoughts. When buying a property right now, what I want you to understand is the peak weeks and also these 10 total weeks is going to give you, basically, you got a 3-month amount of rentals, and that net income out of that will pay virtually your following next 9 months forward. And then once that 9 months is up, then the rental is going to come right back in and be dumped right back in your lap again. So here's how it works, guys. If you were to buy a property today, okay, and it's very, very important, if you buy a property today and you were to close, let's call it on June 15th, your first mortgage payment for principal and interest is going to be August 1st. So if you had a payment for August 1st, and then obviously you got your taxes, you have principal, interest, and taxes will be your first payment. If you close on a property right now, June 15th, and say that property is completely booked, which by the way, we're almost fully booked right now, and it's May 7th, almost everything out there for peak weeks is fully booked. In fact, we're 12% ahead this year in the number of leases rented or the number of leases written this year versus last year. So we've been booking very, very early, and we're going to continue to fill up. So if your first payment's August 1st, you have to understand if you close June 15th, basically all the rental income in the property that you're going to purchase, you're going to get a check right at closing. Boom, one big check basically is going to come right to you. And that amount of income, knowing that your first payment is in August, is going to now carry this property all the way forward into the following year, to the summer rental season of 2012. And then what happens again? Then the income comes in and dumps on your lap again. Again, 3 months income will then pay out the next remaining 9 months. So here's what I wrote down for us. I wrote down, look, if you have a property right now and you purchased a home, let's say for $400,000, and you had the down payment of 20%, $80,000, you'd have a total loan amount of $320,000. And today at 4.5%, 30-year term, 30-year payout, fixed loan at 4.5%, at $320,000, your principal and interest payment is $1,621 per month, plus an additional, say, $300 a month in taxes. So you've got roughly $1,921 a month in principal, interest, and taxes on this current scenario. Now again, keep in mind that if you bought a home right now for $400,000, you'd expect in this market that that property would generate around $20,000 to $21,000 in total gross rent. So again, we charge 12% for summer rental income. So if you look at the gross rent right now, say of $20,000, and then you take out the commission for the rental, and you take out other utilities, water, sewer, gas, electric, all the little stuff that you'd have in those 3 months, basically you're looking to have just around a net, after everything, net around $16,000 as far as the total net in your pocket. So you buy a home now, okay, for $400,000. We understand that. You close June 15th, and ultimately in this scenario, you'd have $16,000 dumped in your lap at closing. Well, if we apply the $16,000 knowing that your first payment is going to be August 1st, well, again, we divide that into it. Basically, the following 8.5 payments are going to be paid. So, for example, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, okay, is your 8th payment, and half of May. Well, what do we know again? come into your first, now June 1st will be your next payment, you'd have to go in your pocket. But again, keep in mind, by June 1st, you'd already have that property fully rented again for the following season of 2012. So you get another $16,000 dumped in your lap again, so that payment would then be paid. So ultimately, when buying investment property right now, you time it perfectly where you buy now, you close, say, June 15th, knowing your first payment's August 1st, get that income to come in, it dumps in your lap, it pays you all the way out to the following year, and guess what? It happens all over again. So that's why it's so critical to know that, hey, when you're looking at buying rental real estate right now in a resort, it really makes sense because it's positive cash flow. Now, it's not where you're buying a home where you have 12 months of rental income spread over 12 months and 12-month expenses. In this case, certainly it wouldn't make sense. But in our case, because you're able to buy a home, close June 15th, have all the income up front that pays you out the following 9 months, just about 8.5 in this case, and then the rental income gets dumped back in your lap, and then it continues to happen again. So virtually, we can get you into a property right now here at, say, $400,000. All you simply do is put down your 20% down deposit, and it becomes positive cash flow. So that's a little bit about investing in real estate right now in a resort secondary home market that really makes sense. Now, if you're looking to come back in the market and buy in the fall, well, obviously you're going to have to carry the property then until the rental income comes in. Yeah, you might be able to get a little bit more of a discount in price, but now you've got to go ahead and carry the property another, say, 9 months out-of-pocket expense, where right now it's critical to buy right now so you can collect that income and have that pay for itself over the next cash flow, and that will pay itself out for probably the next 3 to 4 years all the way through. If I showed you a complete scenario, it can continue to roll like that year after year after year because you're able to basically buy today and have all that income dump in your lap paid out forward. So hopefully you enjoy this and you understand that. If you're thinking of buying investment property, simply call me. I'll show you all these properties right now that will make sense in this scenario. And again, whether it be $1 million property or a $200,000 property, it's all relative as far as the way the cash flow will work. It will work in every scenario. It's because of the timing of the market. So that's why right now is the time. If you're looking to buy, you got to get in now to collect the income. If you miss the boat on it, then obviously your cash flow won't be as great. So give me a call. Reach me direct at 609-398-5333. That's 398-JEFF. Send me an email or reply back to this blog. Love to hear your comments. And if anything I can do for you, just simply give me a call. Again, I appreciate you watching, and I look forward to our conversation being the best call of your day.